So the Indiana Fever have a secret weapon for the playoffs. They have had this secret weapon the entire year. They have had this secret weapon when Caitlin Clark has played. They've had this secret weapon when Caitlin Clark's been injured. And that secret weapon, in my opinion, can be summed up by the Black Air Forces. The Indiana Fever have begun celebrating the Black Air Forces. And who, in fact, is there with the Black Forces? It's Caitlin Clark. It is Caitlin Clark. They are celebrating the Black Air Forces. And if you guys are wondering why I'm making this such a big deal, because it's something that I very much, you've realized throughout the year. We heard from Sophie Cunningham, and I've talked about it earlier, the way Sophie Cunningham said basically that the league don't want the Fever to win, and that fuels them. Do the league want the Fever to win? I don't know. But we don't think we think the league want the Fever to lose. We think the league are against the Fever. And you know who else believes it? The Fever. The Fever players believe the league are out to get them. The Fever players believe that they're not being given, a fair shake of things. The league don't want them to win. The referees are against them. Everything. It is one of those conspiracies that the players believe. And do I think the conspiracy is true? I don't know. We're not in the league office. We can have all of our own opinions, but unless we're in the league office, we don't actually know. We don't actually know whether or not there's some conspiracy against the Fever. But the Indiana Fever believe there is. And you can see it here, what Sophie's been saying. When they win the Commissioner's Cup, Caitlin being like, the league's going to be pissed. Sophie saying the league is so mad we won. And them showing up to these games celebrating the Black Air Forces. If nothing else, the Black Air Forces are meant to symbolize, being a menace and all of that. And the one thing I really like about the Fever this year is that they are not, it's not a case anymore of, and this is the one thing I'll give credit for. Like, the one thing I'll always give Stephanie White credit for is that she's got this team together. And I think that this is one of the reasons why, I wouldn't be surprised this is one of the reasons why DeWanna Bonner, I don't know why I said I think. I wouldn't be surprised this is one of the reasons why DeWanna Bonner wanted to leave. Because there is no friendliness between this Indiana Fever and other teams. There's no there's no Christy Sides apologizing to Noelle Quinn because Skylar Diggins shoved Caitlin Clark towards the Seattle Storm bench, and then Noelle Quinn got into it with Caitlin Clark, and then Christy Sides apologized for her. There's none of that. There's none of, oh, we want to fit in. It is, we are the team people hate. The yous are going to hate us? Yeah, okay. We'll be everything you think. We'll be the team that outworks. We'll be the toughest team. We'll be the team that doesn't go away. We'll be the team that are going to get teed up 2 or 3 times. We'll be the team that will try to change a game. We'll try to change the series. You know the dark arts of basketball? We'll do that. We're the team that's going to dive on the loose ball. We're the team that's going to make those game-winning plays. And that's the thing with this team, is that this team shouldn't be good. The pieces don't fit. The pieces don't fit. The talent is, I'm not saying any of the players are untalented, but the talent level should not be there. They shouldn't be this good on offense. They shouldn't be this good on defense. They absolutely should not be this good. They shouldn't. But the thing is with this Indiana Fever team is they have Jose Mourinho-esque when it comes to coaching with Stephanie White. They are very clearly all bought into this is our locker room. Fuck the rest of the league. Fuck the league. This is us against the world. This is us against the world. And in my opinion, that is summarized by the Black Air Forces. You know, we're going to be the villains no matter what, so let's be the villains. Let's give them a reason to hate us. It's no longer, they hate us because we're pulling in more viewership because of Caitlin Clark. You know what? Hell yeah. We're pulling in more viewership. We're pulling in crowds. You know, when we go to your arena, it's our home game too. It's our home game too when we go to your arena. And in my opinion, this is one of those things that it's a lot easier to celebrate when you're winning these type of things when you're winning, because when you are losing, it's kind of hard to have this us against the world mentality or use it in a positive way. It just goes bad. But when you're winning, it is very, very easy to make that extra play. It's very easy to not give up on a game, to not give up on a possession, to not give up on a season when you think everyone's against you. And look, when I said the Fever should have tanked for the playoffs, first of all, I didn't think the Fever had a chance against the Dream. The Fever proved me wrong. And I'm happy they didn't. I want to give credit to Amber Cox, Kelly Krauskopf for bringing in players that were going to get this team to the semifinals, and not players that were going to, not give us enough that we're going to just about miss out in the playoffs because we're in the semifinals. I don't care. A semifinal spot is worth moving down 6 spots in the draft. A sweep in the first round isn't. A tough game 3 loss in the first round is debatable, but a sweep in the first round is not. A semifinal is. So they were right. I was wrong. And at the end of the day, they have this level of togetherness. They all talk about how the locker room is so close. And I think it's one of those things where, where this locker room is so close to almost the detriment of, say, other teams. Like, I wouldn't be that surprised if the Indiana Fever to start off the season took everything personal. It was personal when they played against the Sky. It was personal when they played against the Dream. When Caitlin was out, it became personal in these games. And I'm guessing DeWanna Bonner, who was like, universally respected and an all-star last year, and Alyssa Thomas's fiance, was probably having none of that. Whereas Natasha Howard, who came to the Fever to get some respect. By the way, Natasha Howard has had her worst season in about 5-6 years. Like, I can't remember was it the last time Natasha Howard has had a worse statistical season than this was when she played for the Minnesota Lynx. I'm 90% sure of that. I just want to look. The last time she averaged 11.4 and 6.6 rebounds. Last season she averaged 17 and 7. Then averaged nearly 18 and 7 last year. 17 and 8 the year before. 15 and 7 the year before that. 16 and 7 the year before that. The wobble doesn't count. 18 and 8 the year before that. 13 and 7 the year before that. Yeah, the Minnesota Lynx in 2017 was the last time in her 4th season in the league that Natasha Howard has had a statistically worse season than this. Natasha Howard is going to be remembered more for this season than all 3 of her rings and her depoy. She will be remembered more for that than anything else. So, this Indiana Fever team is despised. And I can guarantee you Natasha Howard got some hate. I can guarantee you she got some pushback. I can guarantee you that there were people in the league that she may have respected that told her not to do this. There are people that she probably thought she was friends with that lost respect for her for joining the Fever. If you are an Indiana Fever player, you make the choice to be an Indiana Fever player. And I think everybody's going to know that coming into the year that there are definitely going to be probably relationships that you're not going to be reffed well. You're not going to be liked around the league. You're not going to be liked on social media. There's probably relationships around the league that you're not that are going to be affected by this. But at the end of the day, you go into a locker room where it is you against the world. You are going in to play games no matter where you go in a packed arena. No matter what. And you get to be a member of, when Caitlin Clark is back, the greatest fucking show in sports right now. In team sports right now. So anyway, yeah. That is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.